Hi, I'm Rowan. Today we're going to take a tour through one of the most well-known bars in Galway City. The Blue Note opened in 1994 and has built a sterling reputation on the west end of the city, renowned for its uniquely welcoming atmosphere, approachable staff and also the luxurious smoking area with a warm, homely vibe. This makes the Blue Note one of the most talked about pre-club venues in Galway. I'm here with a man who has served more pints than Peggy Mitchell, the manager of the Blue Note and the head of hospitality here in Galway's West End, Malachy Duggan.
Hey, Jim.
Malachy, how could you tell me about the idea of how the idea of the Blue Note came about?
The Blue Note, it was formed in 1994. There was a group of young lads who just finished college and didn't like any of the pubs or clubs that were around Galway City Centre at the time. There used to be a lot of big nightclub scene out in Salt Hill. Maybe 8 or 9 nightclubs out there, but that's hard. Salt Hill's a horrible place to be when the wind comes in the winter time. And there was nothing in the city centre, so two guys, Simon and Kevin, who are still my business partners now, they just wanted to create a pub for their friends to play music in, and that they like to hang out in.
Oh yeah. How and when did you actually become the manager of the pub?
I worked for the lads. They also, after they set up the Blue Note, they set up the GPO nightclub in the mid-90s, and I worked for them until the late 90s and early 2000s, and then they bought a second pub called Massimo's, and I managed that for 7 years, and then the opportunity came to take over this place, so I couldn't turn it down because it's a great pub.
A lot of people have actually told me about the relaxed atmosphere here in the Blue Note. Would you say it's created by the pub itself or the people, the regulars who come here?
Oh, it was created, I think, to start off with staff. Just the staff that worked here. There was never any staff uniforms. We were never going to get thrown out of this place for wearing runners or trainers. The music was always laid back during the day, and that just brought nice people in. It's a pub that attracts nice people, so nice regulars and staff and regulars.
Yeah, well, when I came in, I couldn't actually help but notice the great sound system you seem to have here. Could you tell me a bit more about it?
There's a lot of DJs who would probably argue with you whether it's a great sound system or not, but it was one of the biggest problems. The sound system was always kind of a botched job of bits and pieces.
It looked pretty good to me.
It looks good. That Bose system is about 30 years old, so that's what it got in. It was in the Bag It In Dublin 30 years ago. It was in Roisin Dove for about 20 years.
Jeez.
It was in raves out in Moycullen for about 5 years.
So it's got some history.
It's got some history, some of it. Yeah, it's got some history, and it's just a really good system. You can batter it, you can drive anything through it. If the DJs turn things up to a level, they're not going to blow it. So they're just really good quality speakers.
Also on the music side, what would you put on if you were in charge of the music?
If I'm here, it's probably Bobby Womack and Rita Franklin, kind of Motown, Northern Soul.
Oh yeah.
If there's another guy working here, you're going to probably hear Smiths, Morrissey.
Oh yeah.
And then depends on who's working. You're going to hear Smiths, Morrissey, or else Electro, Indie, House.
It all sounds good, to be honest. Now.
There's no real strict music policy. It's all good tunes. Might be indie, but it'll be indie that electro heads can listen to. It might be electronic, but it might be like it's just good music.
Good music.
And obviously nothing you're going to hear in the charts, which is I think was the original ethos of the pub.
How often would you have live music here in the Blue Note?
Live music, we do it every. And when we just do live music, it's local Galway electronic producers.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of a couple of lads on a Dex or maybe Ableton sound system.
Oh yeah.
And someone else maybe with a bass guitar or a saxophone going through it. We do that 2 or 3 times a year. We can put a kind of a weekend or a week-long music festival together.
Oh yeah, and any gigs we should be listening listening out for?
Well, in the next couple of weekends we've got Luke Unabomber and Justin Robertson. We're flying them in from Manchester for a couple of gigs.
Oh yeah.
Which is really exciting because they're great DJs that normally you play in clubs. It's rare to get them into an intimate pub venue for free gig. And then after that we just got during the summer we'll get a lot of really good electronic music being played in Galway at the moment. Lads producing, writing their own music. And before, the only place they could play it was in their bedroom or maybe at a party.
Yeah.
And just to get the chance to get them into the pub and get people around. So that'll happen just before summer.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for having us, and
No problem
thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure speaking with you.
You too.